Yeah, you're crushing it, man. How much did you make exactly in the last 30 days?
Closed was like 25.8. Cash collected 18.7K.
25.8, what, thousand?
Yeah, 1,000
And dollars, or
dollars.
what was it?
Yeah,
Nice.
in dollars.
All right, get this. So Carlo here stopped posting on social media all day. He started adapting to our method and made $25,000 within 30 days. Absolutely crushing it. So if you're someone who thinks, oh, I have to post on social media all day to make money, pay attention now because this interview might just be changing the course of your business. Most importantly, though, Carlo made this money in the Spanish-speaking market. A lot of people here say, oh, it doesn't work in my market, it doesn't work in a small market, it doesn't work in a market that is not in a first world country. Nope, you're wrong. This works everywhere. So just imagine what you could do in a first world market like the US or Europe. It's absolutely amazing, especially what Carlo said at the end. Really made me emotional. So without any further ado, check out the interview with him to learn how you can copy this process for yourself.
Where are you at these days?
Right now I'm in Costa Rica. I've lived here my whole life, just like a paradise here, right? We got like beaches and surf every weekend. It's awesome. You can spend very less money and you can live like a king, really.
What exactly is it that you're coaching?
So I help service providers to generate more leads organically.
Okay, and you're doing that worldwide or what?
Yes, which is very good. Like in Latin America or Costa Rica, I do all of this in Spanish, by the way, which I think is
Mm-hmm.
awesome because I used to think that this might not work in the Spanish market, which it did, and it's like a breakthrough for me. I used to have clients on the English market. For us, like in Costa Rica, if you earn like 3,000, 5,000 a month, you can live very well, right? So right
Yeah.
now I'm very young. I'm like 25 and I'm, living the dream. Like I spend like 1.2K a month and I'm living very good.
That's
Which
amazing.
is
I mean, what do you plan to do with the money?
like right now reinvested in the business obviously and just like grow it even more. And yeah, invest it in the long run. But like right now I'm living very good, and the profit margin is just crazy. And I don't think like you can find this in any other like business model because I've tried many things before and never such thing like this.
What did you try exactly?
E-commerce, and then I was a copywriter, which worked kind of good, but it wasn't like sustainable and I wasn't like earning that much, so it was pretty frustrating until now.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, ecom is always, we always say don't do that for obvious
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah, but it's
But
attractive, and you're young and you're like, this is easy money. And
yeah, that's really, I see that too, is like that a lot of people just say it's easy money and then they join and then they're like, oh, this is where it's difficult. So I also know that a lot of people that want to start ecom, they give up way too quickly. Whereas with
yeah,
coaching,
mostly
it's more like gradual.
because exactly and sustainable.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Hey, here's what I want to know. What do your parents think about your business?
Yeah, they think it's amazing. At the beginning, obviously they didn't like know what I was doing because like I totally understand them. Like you see your kid all day in the computer. I kind of quitted college, the last part of college, and then I moved out. So they didn't really know if what I was doing was gonna work eventually. They just want me to have like a good job, like maybe a master's degree and all this stuff. So obviously for them was a shock. But
Mhm.
once they start seeing the results, they start seeing that I was happy, that I was like being able to, invite them for dinner and do cool stuff, then they were really happy. But I
Hmm.
think nowadays they don't like quite grasp the magnitude of it because like I tell you in Costa Rica this is way a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, of course, it's cool that you want to give back to your parents too. I really think that's lovely. Now, since you said you're in basically you're doing helping helping B2B service providers with lead generation. How did you get to that niche?
Mostly because I started with e-commerce, so I fell in love with marketing, sales. I was a copywriter for a long time, so that's like made sense. And I've always been really good like making videos, talking to people. So like obviously thanks to FBM, I was able to just like put everything, all the pieces together. Like the first years of entrepreneurship, you are all over the place, and this really helped me to like get all the pieces together. And I realized that this was what I wanted to do like for the rest of my life. Like
Hmm.
when I kind of heard that click, like everything just makes sense. And from that day on, I just been taking action every single day, and it works great.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, action taking, all about that. Here's my question, because especially in the B2B niche, meaning, you're working with other businesses, and on top of that, you're very young. Have you ever felt like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm too young, or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like I've got like a pretty young face also.
Yeah.
So it's been, I just did it anyways. Like this has been like a struggle for me my whole life. So I just own it, uh, grow a beard. So that helps. And like be this type of shirts, doing all the stuff like very like formal, that works, like especially in the Spanish market. Very very few people take it this seriously. Like they
Mm.
they think that doing an online business, they can be just like casual and just have like a profile full of stuff that is not related. So for me, that has been like a key point, like good photo shoot, good clothes, good presentation, everything that helps a lot. But yeah, for sure, like I still have self-doubt pretty much every week, but I just fly through it.
Love it. And that's how you got to do it. I still have self doubt. I think it's healthy. I honestly think it's good to have self doubt, because only then you have the humility to keep growing, to keep learning, versus the arrogance that will eventually make you fail. You mentioned a little bit already, like, the thing with the holding your profile professional and looking professional, taking it seriously. Apart from that, like, do you have like, like one big most important lesson that you've got from our FBM program?
That actually giving value to people works way best. Like I've realized many people that even in Costa Rica they do pretty much the same, but when I realized that they didn't give like the proper attention to their clients and actually being there and doing one-on-ones, and
Mm-hmm.
like I actually these days I meet with people like in real life. Some of my clients that are from Costa Rica, we go to a Starbucks and we like meet together and I help them. So I
Yeah.
think that extra mile, that's what helps. Because one thing that has helped me a lot is that case studies, testimonials, results. Like that's the best marketing ever. And it was shocking for me, like how can people charge thousands of dollars and just not care about their clients? Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make sense. Like I had friends that were charging way more than me, didn't even give like half of the support that I was giving. So for me, like realizing that, seeing FBM, seeing how much support you guys have, that just inspired me. And honestly, like in the Spanish market, I haven't seen anything like my program before, like not even
Nice.
now. So I think there's like a huge space for me to grow, really.
One thing that I ask always, are you running ads, and do you have a big social media brand?
No, like I have 1,500 followers on Instagram and like 1,800 friends on Facebook, which is nothing. Like
Wow.
I've got friends with 10K, 20K, 30K followers, and they're not doing even half what I'm doing. Man, everything that I've learned, because I come from a marketing background, and
Yeah.
I've always heard about building brands and having a nice logo and all this stuff. And then I realized that there's a lot of other activities that make way more money. Like
Hmm.
even the amount of content. Like I used to make, from my past business, the copywriting business, I used to make one video a day, every single day, for 200 days straight. So it was like a challenge. And then and guess how much I sold?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Ah, shit. Oh man.
Not even one client, man.
I always love hearing these kind of like background stories. You made 200 pieces of content.
For
And you
200
ended
days
up,
straight.
yeah, and you ended up making 25K once you stopped posting, with just with like a better method. So
Yeah.
how are you getting your clients now? I mean, you're still
Right now,
posting, but not as much.
no, exactly. Right now, mostly from Facebook. And Facebook for me, it was like, man, that's for my dad. Like it's for old people, and no one uses Facebook anymore. And there's no like a really good traffic and stuff. And then I like forced myself, because I was like, no, I love, Instagram is the best and it looks more flashy and more like young.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I was like, no, I think there's something here. I'm gonna give it a try. Like as you guys always say, like test, 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 test.
That's that.
And I'm
Yeah.
always like have the mindset of test until it works. Like I'm not taking a decision until it works. And that's, I think, something that has helped me a lot in the process. Like I don't judge stuff until I've applied it like for like a reasonable amount of time, until I
Hmm.
say like, okay, this doesn't work or this works. And I think
Hmm.
that's kind of like a mindset that many people don't have. So I did that and it worked. And right now, even though I don't like Facebook that much, I prefer Instagram. that's where most of my clients come from.
Nice. I mean, hell yeah. And how exactly do you get these clients?
I'm just like doing content, sharing value, adding people, having conversations. That it's pretty much the most important part of it all. I'm
Yeah.
posting once a week on Facebook. I'm doing more reels on Instagram, obviously,
Nice.
but just like once a week, and have a lot of conversations and valuable content. Yeah.
Quality before quantity, basically.
Yeah, and having a lot of sales calls. And that's the key.
Love it. I mean, hey, what is your day? What does a normal day in Carlo's life look like?
Right now, I just wake up very early. I go meditate. Like, I have a beautiful place here that has like a river and nature and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
So I go there, I meditate, I visualize my goals, and then I come back, take a cold shower, and start working right away. The first 3 hours of my day, I try to not look at my phone, and just do like deep work. All the stuff
Hmm.
that I need to do, yes or yes.
Hmm.
Then when I get all my tasks done, then I see like what the world wants from me, right? Like first I'm creating, and then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what do you guys want, right? Like, I don't answer my clients like until like 9 or something, and they know that. So that for me, like having a non-negotiable list of tasks has been the most important thing since day one. Like I I wake up, I do the stuff that I need to do, and then extra stuff, all
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the easy work stuff that doesn't really like make a difference. And yeah, for me that. Then in the afternoon I go to the gym. I stop cooking, which is great. Like I just, now I used to have a cook, now I go to a restaurant because it's way better.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, I go to the gym, and like here in Costa Rica it's like not that expensive. Like you could live really good with not a lot of money.
Hmm.
And then I go to the gym, work a little bit more, but in a different place. I go to the balcony so I can see the nature,
Hmm.
and then go to the sauna and repeat.
Hmm.
Pretty much.
Hey, man, that's an epic lifestyle. Like you're
Yeah.
spending time at home. You're crushing it with deep work, which I love doing. Like phone off, crush it for at
Hmm.
least 2 3 hours, and then just see like, hey, what's going on? Who messaged me? And that's really really cool. And took me a long
Yeah.
time to kind of learn that, to get into that.
3 years ago I went into like a Tony Robbins event, and I was like, man, I wish I could live from helping other people. Like that's
Mm.
my dream, but I never thought like in the next years I was going to be able to do it. So yeah, that. And something that I'm being really like shocked about is that this also works in the Spanish market. Like when I started I was like, I'm not really sure, I speak really good English, so maybe I
Mm.
can just do it in the English market. I'm probably going to earn more, I'm gonna
Hmm.
do it quicker. Like I know because
Hmm.
I've had like English speaking clients.
Hmm.
But then I was like, no, man, I need to stay like true to myself. I don't know why, but I'm like in Spanish, I'm more of myself. And even though it's like maybe it's not the best idea, I felt this kind of responsibility to help my people in a way. Like in Spanish, you don't get as high quality information and mentors and
Mm.
stuff. Like we are
Hmm.
a little bit behind. So I
Hmm.
felt this kind of calling of helping my people out, having like a high quality program helping people in the Spanish market that is also like, I don't know, there's a lot of money there. Like here we get this like limiting belief a lot about like, my country is so small. I don't
Hmm.
live in Europe. I don't live in the
Hmm.
States. Like,
Hmm.
how can I make money? There, people are not gonna pay me. Like all this limiting stuff that you have, and then like, man, there's internet. Like you can do anything. You can sell to anyone. Like
Yeah.
you, I have clients from like 9 different countries. So it's like some limiting beliefs. And for me, like breaking that is just awesome. Like it's the best feeling ever. Like it gives me a lot of hope. And yeah, it's been great.
Man, so inspiring what you said, and so epic that you're not only happy about making money, but you want to give back as well. And that you kind of challenged your own thoughts, your own mindset of like, is this possible? And a lot of people would just, that's like the last thing I want to tell you here is like, a lot of people in your situation left it at their excuses, would have left it at their limiting beliefs of like, yeah, it's not possible in the Spanish market. I'm just going to hate others that are making it and just give up. But you saw it as a challenge, and that, Carlo, is going to get you very, very far. Because that's what I've always done. I never just believed it. I always just saw things like that as a challenge. And, and the end result now is you and I are getting together here, and we're both talking about the results that we've been getting. And that's really fucking awesome, man.
I really feel like sometimes I tell myself, like, what else could I be doing, right? Like sometimes I feel so frustrated and, new clients, new stuff. And I'm like, man, like for a split second, I feel like just, dropping everything off. And then I'm like, what else would I be doing? Like if tomorrow I leave everything and everything just disappears, I don't know anything else that I'd rather do. Like right now, it's like I need to force myself to rest. Like my girlfriend is always telling me to, hey, rest more, be more easy. And I'm like, man, this is the best thing for me. Like I don't know, at least like in person, very few people that have that kind of drive. So I just like push on it, and keep going. And I know I'm gonna grow like huge. And I'm happy that you're gonna be by my side, helping me out, and just keep crushing it, like really.
Anyways, if this inspires you and you also want to know how you can get results like this, go ahead and book a free consultation call with me and my team. I'm going to put a link down in the description below. You fill that out. It's a quick 2-minute application form. And then you can book an exact date and time where you want us to call you. First, we will consult you entirely for free. You will get tons of amazing value of step-by-step instructions and so on and so forth. And if, of course, then you want to learn a little bit more about what we can do for you, potentially, we can talk about this as well. But at the very least, you'll get a ton of value. So I'll see you there.